Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back again. We're back with another post-game Celtics reaction. We're going to discuss the last two games, but more so the last night's game. We're not going to discuss the game before. I'll just say they went against the Phoenix Suns, and they did win. It was a good competitive game. Phoenix put up a pretty good fight, but the Celtics ultimately won. So that was a good victory. And then last night they played the Clippers, and they got back Paul George and
Kawhi Leonard.
And so it was the first time they were on the court together. From what I heard, I guess I don't really follow the Clippers. I know I know some of the players, and I know Paul George and Leonard both obviously played for them. But I didn't know it was their first game at the same time being on the court this season. Celtics lost last night in overtime. And so what is it? Their third loss?
Yes, third loss this season.
I think it's a good test for the Celtics to going against a really good team with a lot of talent. They're supposed to be one of the better teams in the league this year, and to push it to overtime, even though they lost. They only lost by the 3 points, so it kind of gauges where Celtics are as a team, whether they can compete with these teams that are supposed to be the elite teams this year. Yeah.
I mean, it was a good game last night. I mean, despite that the Celtics lost, I mean, good game. They put up a good fight against a really decent team. I mean, Doc Rivers, I mean, he's probably, one of the best coaches, in the NBA. I mean, but,
he's been around a long time.
Yeah, been around for probably a decade now, probably a little bit more
longer than that, because he was around when Pierce was still playing, and all
right, so probably about like 3 decades he's been around.
Oh.
Maybe like 2 decades. I shouldn't say 3. But the Clippers, they're well coached, well trained by Doc. I mean, both the Celtics and Clippers are really good playoff contender teams. I mean, these, I would love to see, these teams go back at it. Maybe I don't know if they're playing them again during the season. If not, then maybe playoffs. I mean, I think it would be a good matchup to see again.
I'm sure they'll play them again.
I think, despite that they lost in overtime, I felt like if Hayward was playing, I felt like they could have won, because Hayward, he's been playing really good this year compared probably to any other season he's played. But, obviously, he's out for a couple more weeks with that hand injury. But I felt like if he was playing, they probably could have won. But, overall, I mean, without Hayward, I mean, last night was a good matchup. It's a good test. Even though I think Kawhi got a 3 at the buzzer, in which that's how they won. But obviously, the only thing I could possibly say is the Celtics, they just, keep practicing, keep playing the way they're playing, and then eventually, they'll win a whole bunch of games. I believe that the Celtics, I've been saying, this could be their year based on who they have and how well they've been playing. I mean, we're only how many games we're in here? So
14.
We're only 14 games into it, and they're playing like they're a championship team. I mean, they're very good on offense. Defense has been very good so far. I mean, this team I think is great. They have the capacity to do it. They have the capability of definitely going into the playoffs and playing their best. But, I think that the championship, that I don't know about. I mean, that's something to decide later on. But I believe, this team, they have the capacity to be one of the best this year, and I believe they have shown it. Obviously, like I said, even though there have been errors in games and mistakes, I trust Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens, one of the best coaches there is, one of the best in the NBA. I mean, I can trust him on what he's doing, and I believe he's leading a great team this year, and I'm really hoping that they have a good season this year, and I'm sure they will, because they've been playing great. Even though they lost last night, they played really good, despite that overtime loss. But
Yeah.
overall, that's really what I
Yeah, I
gotta
mean, I
say.
think they're at least they are definitely in the top five. I mean, who else you got? You got the Sixers, the Lakers, the Clippers.
The Nat. Well, I shouldn't say the
That's not
Nats.
that good this year. What are they're a losing record right now.
You have the Celtics, the Clippers, the Bucks,
No, it's the Bucks. That's the other team.
the Bucks, the Lakers. Who else can I think of?
I think those are like the top teams. Oh, the Rockets.
Yeah,
The
now
Rockets are also pretty good. So
yeah.
they're right up there. I mean, it makes me worry because when they play these bigger teams like the Sixers, Joel Embiid, and I mean they have these guys that could be great defenders, but they're all they're kind of. I mean, Kanter, he's a decent defender, not the best defender, but he's okay. I mean, you still got Williams the third there, who's supposed to be their primary center when he gets better. I mean, he's still young, and so, but they really don't have a true guy inside that can defend against these bigger guys. Except for, I mean, except for Williams and Poirier, who's only plays sparingly. Kanter, who's like I said, is only a decent defender. He's not the greatest defender, but he is more of an offensive player than defensive. But they get up, kind of pick it up in the middle. And they get these guys who can play defense, but they're not that big. And we get the other Grant Williams, who's been pretty good so far as far as defense. I mean, he's not a huge scorer, but defense wise, he's pretty good. And the guy's kind of surprised me was Wanamaker. He had 14 points last night. And he's been scoring a lot, pretty good lately. I mean, I'm really kind of surprised. He was on the team last year, and I wasn't even expecting him to really make the team. To be honest with you, I wasn't a big fan of him. I'm still not completely convinced. I mean, he has been playing really well though. So he's been putting more time into practice. I don't know, but he's just going to be one of those decent plays. He's never going to be spectacular, but he's going to be one of those decent bench plays, and hopefully he can keep it up because they need him. Their bench to score a decent amount of points. They can't just put on the starters only. So yeah, so it was a good game last night. Unfortunately, they came on the short end. They did lose their third game, but we're looking forward to watching the rest of the season. I mean, they're a fun team to watch, unlike last year. Last year was kind of a disaster. So I think we're gonna wrap this one up. So I think we'll try to get back. Like I said, try to do every 2 or 3 games with the Celtics. So some of these games, especially lately, they've been running really late at night for us. I mean, some of them don't finish till midnight or after midnight, and that's too late for us to put another video out. So yeah, I'll try to get back to with another video a couple of games from now. So if you enjoy this kind of video, we like to talk about the sports a lot. So if you like this, hit that subscribe and give us a like. Until next time.